Good afternoon. What a great day. Beautiful day. I'm Dr. Michael Ackerman, the Associate Director of Nursing, and it's my absolute pleasure to serve as the Master of Ceremonies for today's very, very special event. As a 1980 alumnus, 1980 alumnus, thank you, a new faculty member, let me just say how wonderful it is to see so many Niagarans here on campus during Alumni Weekend for what is a historic day for our nursing program and the students entrusted to our care. And we all know that there's just something very special about being a Niagara nurse. Many of you know that this has been a particularly exciting month or so for us here in Niagara Nursing. And here to tell us more about the status of our School of Nursing is our director, Dr. Frank Crosby, class of 1967.
I would like to welcome you also, and thank you, Dr. Ackerman. It's really nice to have Mike back on campus as one of our faculty. We've really enjoyed all of the expertise that he brings and experience. And it's a pleasure to welcome you all. I wonder how many are nurse alumni. Would you just want to give us a show of hands? Oh, look at that. Yay! I salute you. This is really nice. This is a weekend of memories, and I know you all have some really wonderful ones. I hope you'll share them with us. We have some great memories ourselves. But today we just wanted to tell you a little bit about mostly our present and our future. And you all play such a role in that because it was, I think, all of the effort of alumni, your guidance, your expectations that got us to be here today in this day that we're celebrating. So when we came back to school this year, on the second week of school, we celebrated what we called Nurses Week at Niagara. Is that better? Is that okay? Okay. And we started it with introducing Mike. We had changed our name from being a Department of Nursing to a School of Nursing, which was semantics, but a big step. I think it showed that we were autonomous and nurses on the move, going somewhere that we have big plans, future plans. And we just hope now that we keep moving and realize those plans. It didn't happen, though, just overnight. It happened with a lot of help from people, and a lot of those people are here, and I hope I don't miss anyone, but I do want to acknowledge Father Marr, who's been a tremendous supporter. Before that, Father Levesque, who's up front here, one of our supporters. We have our dean, who's hiding in the back, Tim Ireland, who's been a great supporter. And I don't know, Nancy McGlynn was a dean just before Tim, who was really instrumental in us getting started and accredited. Is Nancy here? She was thinking she might come. Anyway, we have Mary Borgognoni, I know, is here, has been a great help. Where's Mary? There she is. Thank you, Mary. Dr. Downs is our academic vice president, has been a real help, and especially with simulation. He took us to see a couple of different simulation centers and really got us moving in that direction. Thank you, Dr. Downs. We also have had a very active alumni council, and Barb Malinowski is going to be up here in a minute or two. But when we were needing to have a presence, Barb was there with that presence, and Lee Morgan, who is somewhere around, and the other members of that who kept, where's Lee? Okay, there she is. Who kept nursing alive until we were back. So thank you all. Let's see, so it's my great joy to tell you how we are flourishing now. We have about 220 students. We have 3 programs in RN-to-BS, which is what we started with. It was pretty easy. There wasn't all that hard clinical stuff. We then had an accelerated program and a 4-year program, which are both pre-licensure programs, open in 2012. So we will be graduating our first class this year. And we have some young ladies here and gentlemen. And they'll be giving you a few words. But what I want you to notice is that while some things change and we're looking at our future, some things are still the same. And you probably see that as you walk around campus. There are places that just bring back memories and ghosts, and then there are new things that are happening. We have our students who are new and young and exciting and are going to be our future, but when you hear them speak, you'll know that they have the same traditions and values and are just probably the smartest kids on campus, as we all remember the nurses were. But also just have those wonderful values. So we're really proud of them, and that's why we're here. So it's been great. This past year we had about 1,200 applications, I believe. Is that correct? And we have, as I said, a little over 200 students enrolled now. We're aiming for class size of 60, which is very manageable. We're challenged to think about how we might grow and make it sizable so that we don't outgrow or overgrow, but still meet the needs for our community. Clinicals are always difficult, so that sometimes limits what we need to do. Anyway, they're here to talk today, though, about our future. And one of the big things that we're celebrating is our simulation center. Now, some of you may be familiar with simulation. It started with the airline industry, and it was about looking at experiencing rare critical events before they happen. But the two principles that they give our students an opportunity for, and then nursing took it from the airline industry. We were really the first other industry to look at how to benchmark with this technology. It gives students an opportunity to utilize their critical thinking for what's called situational awareness, that they tune into everything, not just the task that they go into the room for, and that they also have effective communication so that their patients are safe and the care that's delivered is holistic and appropriate and effective. So that's what we hope that our students will learn through doing this, and they've had a few scenarios, and you'll be invited up to see it. It's really very exciting. I think it is a state-of-the-art facility. It's small. It just fits our needs exactly as we need them now. It has the opportunity and room to grow. But I think what's the best thing about it is that it is our future, and it shows that we're invested in being here, and we're looking to our future. And many of you are here because you were donors to that, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate all of your support. So I would like to give thanks to those of you who made donations. So let's hear it. There is a plaque for major donors. All donors are very appreciated, and I really can't tell you how grateful we are. Let's see. It was a $1.5 million project. I think we're close to reaching our goal. We've had a few grants that have supported it, but mostly it was alumni support and the university. Thank you very much. The major grants were Margaret Wendt Foundation and the George Alden Trust were the two external grants. Let's see. So we have 3 men. Whoa. In case you're sleeping. We have 3 mannequins upstairs. One is a mid-fidelity that we lovingly call Mrs. Chase. Does that ring a bell with anybody? She just kind of sits there, but she does some stuff a little more than Mrs. Chase did. We have a pediatric person in a crib. It doesn't quite fit in the crib, but it works. And we invited Mary to be here because Mary Lorick taught so many of us pediatrics. Mary, why don't you raise your hand? And then we have our sim man, who's the high fidelity mannequin who does all kinds of things. He breathes, he winks, he groans, he moans, he crashes and gets resurrected again. But he's really cool. And we had a contest. We got some names. Where's Leslie? Okay, Leslie Weiss has been our person who's been doing all of the fundraising for this, and thank you very much, Leslie. And in doing it, thank you. Some of you have seen her. I know a lot of you have talked to her. In doing it, we had a contest where we had people make name recommendations, so I think we're calling him Vinny. Everybody's all right with that? Father? Are you okay with that? Okay. We thought that might be appropriate. So anyway, thank you for your support. I have to thank our faculty, and some of the faculty are here. Carol, I saw you. Carol's here. Other faculty? Barb? So some of you might know Barb as Barb Buttry, student. Barb Mulroy, faculty. Barb Malinowski, faculty. Thank you for being here. Let's see, what else do I need to say? We have lots of good technology in the Sim Center, and we'll be showing you that. We have a Pyxis system, which is how medications are delivered now. We have the monitors next to the mannequins. We have a room at the end that's a debriefing room, which is the main teaching opportunity where whatever's going on, other students are watching, and then we go back in there and have discussion about what happened, what was going on, what were you thinking, what could you have done differently, and it's really the teaching opportunity that goes along with the experience. So that will be up there too. It's really very nicely set up. And I don't know if Dan McMahon is here, but he's our in-house architect who really works so closely with us on every step of the way, and I really have to acknowledge him. He was wonderful to work with and did a great job. So if Dan is here, maybe he could, no, I guess not. But he was terrific to work with. We also have a person that we've hired as our simulation coordinator, Mary Way, who's upstairs right now, busily getting Vinny up and going, so you can see how he works. So she will be upstairs, and after this, we'd like to invite you upstairs. But at this point, I just really wish to thank all of you most sincerely from the bottom of my heart for all of your support in all of the different ways that you've given it. It's brought us here, and this is a great day to celebrate. Inside, there's a table that's set up, and it's the Nightingale Pledge. It's for those of our nurse alumni who are deceased. We wanted to acknowledge and have them there. It's on a little high top table, and their names are listed. Karen Ballard suggested that we do this, and Leslie Weiss set it up for us, and it's very nice. And the other thing that we have is a plaque in there honoring our military veteran nurses, and I'd like you to be sure and stop and look at it. We didn't do a permanent one because we kept finding every time we thought we had the list complete, we kept getting more. So there's a paper on there. If you know more names that we don't have on there, please write them down, and we can have the thing inside the frame redone each time we get more names to keep it up to date. But we were just amazed at how many nurses had gone in the military, and we were very proud and wanted to recognize them. So just stop and take a look. It's inside on an easel, and then we'll be hanging it. So if there are, let me see if I have to say anything else. I don't think so. I think I need to ask if Karen Ballard wouldn't mind coming up. Karen is the executive director of ANA New York. She's a graduate of the class of 1966. This is off script. This is off script, but she has something really important to say and share with you.
Actually, Fran and I have been doing a little diving into the archives. Father, don't faint. I am not going to rip this page off. You know, when we think about the future and the present, we always have to remember the past. And in looking back, we found programs from the opening exercises when Niagara University's School of Nursing was initially dedicated in May of 1946. The main speaker at that dedication was Annie Warburton Goodrich. Annie Goodrich, for those of you who don't know it, is a very famous nurse educator, in fact considered the dean of collegiate nursing education in our country. In addition, Miss Goodrich helped found the Army Nurse Corps in World War I and spent many years in New York City as the head of the Henry Street Settlement. We should be very proud to claim her as a New York nurse. She was very proud to come and present, and we did find a quote from something that Miss Goodrich said. And the article is labeled, Niagara University is lauded for nurse school. Miss Goodrich pointed out that nurses with university training will be better able to serve the community at large, particularly in prevention of bad health by their broader training. Quote, Miss Goodrich, I am grateful to those colleges and universities that have opened their doors to nurses, but there must be more such institutions, she said. The nurse who ministers to a person in time of need is potentially a great influence. If that nurse has the knowledge and social viewpoint engendered by a liberal education, rather than the narrowly confined outlook of one whose education has been limited to technical training alone, she can wield such influence. Nurses must have a creative objective to meet the physical, mental, and social needs of the community. Annie Goodrich, I'm sure, would be proud to be able to stand here today and say those words. Thank you.
Thanks, Karen, and thanks, Fran, for that update. As you just heard, it takes a team to accomplish a goal, and Niagara Nursing has a great team between our faculty, our staff, and the people that helped us bring the Sim Center to fruition. But every great team has an exceptional leader, and in our midst, we have an exceptional leader. Dr. Fran Crosby has put Niagara Nursing back on the map. She's taken us to new heights, and I think we all need to acknowledge the hard work, resiliency that she's committed to bring Niagara Nursing back. And we're so proud, and I'm so proud to be here. Thank you, Fran. Now, every year during Alumni Weekend, the Niagara University Nursing Alumni Council presents a leadership award to an exemplary graduate whose life reflects the personal and professional values of our program, and this year is no exception. This year's recipient is Roy A. Harris, class of 1975. 75? Okay. I ask Roy to come forward to accept this award. Roy? The citation will be read by Barbara Malinowski, 1959 alumni and chairperson of the Nursing Alumni Council.
Good afternoon. It's indeed a pleasure of mine to present this award. The awards, there are 5 categories that we use for the award, and one is leadership, one is academics, one is research, the other is clinical excellence and community service. Colonel Retired Roy H. Harris, RN, PhD, is one of the most decorated graduates in the proud history of Niagara University's nursing program. His 32-year military career, consisting of progressive clinical and executive nursing assignments, includes 18 years in critical care nursing. He has served as the head nurse of 6 different critical care units, among them a praiseworthy tenure overseeing the medical, pediatric, and intensive care unit at Walter Reed Army Medical Center. A Saratoga native, Colonel Harris graduated from Niagara in 1975. His illustrious service to the United States is highlighted by a 4-year assignment as Chief of the Army Nurse Corps, during which he reported to the Army Surgeon General on all 4,200 active duty nursing officers. Previously, he was the Regional Chief Nurse for the European Regional Medical Center, European Medical Command, and has 21 clinics, and Deputy Commander of Nursing for the medical center that received casualties from Operation Enduring Freedom and Operation Iraqi Freedom. Colonel Harris retired from the Army in 2006. Among the impressive list of military commendations granted to Colonel Harris are the Order of Medical Military Merit, the Legion of Merit, the Meritorious Service Medal, and the Global War on Terrorism Service Medal. Colonel Harris earned a bachelor's degree from Niagara, as well as 3 master's degrees, one each in nursing, health services management, and strategic studies from other institutions. In 2008, he added a PhD in nursing from George Mason University. That same year, Colonel Harris was recalled to active duty to serve as a chief of clinical nursing at Blanchdill Regional Medical Center in Germany. While he was there, the center was awarded the Meritorious Unit Citation and Superior Unit Services ribbons. Now residing in Maryland with his wife, Lieutenant Sheila Harris, a 1973 Niagara alumna, Colonel Harris teaches a graduate course in nursing at Walden University. Drawing on his scholarly background in meritorious service, he has been an instructor for numerous military medical and nursing courses on critical care at several military hospitals such as Walter Reed and the Fitzsimmons Army Medical Center. Colonel Harris's legacy of caring is exemplified by his remarkable career as well as his current involvement in his church, ministering to the homebound as a member of numerous professional nursing organizations. He is a patriot and Niagaran through and through, and it is with great pride today that we present the Niagara University Nursing Alumni's 215 Leadership Award to Colonel Roy A. Harris, class of 75.
Thank you, Barb, and congratulations, Roy. What a wonderful career. Of course, as Fran noted, the primary reason that so many Niagara alumni have been so passionate about adding this facility to our campus is because it will serve as a critical training resource for the next generation of caregivers. Yeah. When we invited our students to tour the Sim Center last month, they were blown away by its capabilities. These mannequins can cough, they can throw up, they can moan, they can scream. And one student walked through and said, "Oh, the urine's bloody." I said, "What's that really called? Hematuria?" Good? Okay. So we're always learning. We're always learning. With us today to offer the students' perspective are seniors Rosinna, Zagari, and Olivia Herberger. Ladies?
Hello everyone, my name is Olivia Herberger, and I am honored to be here today to represent the School of Nursing at Niagara. As a senior in the nursing program, as well as one of the few students to be the first to graduate from Niagara's new and upcoming 4-year BSN program, I take great pride in the school. Niagara School of Nursing is an accredited program that provides its students with ample clinical, hands-on skill building, enriched classroom learning, and kind-hearted teachers who instill the proper foundation necessary to become an excellent nurse. Since the time that we were incoming freshmen to now, this program has come so far along with advancements, including the Student Nursing Association, the establishment of the School of Nursing, as well as the simulation lab. Having such a strong connection with our professors, it has given us the opportunity to become more involved in this program. For example, Rosinna and I, along with our classmates Kenzie and Kara, all worked closely with our nursing staff to start the Student Nursing Association. This association allows for the nursing students. It allows opportunities such as meeting with RNs from different fields or helping the underclassmen better their skills and enhance their nursing knowledge. Since just last year, we have had a career fair that featured nurses from all over New York who came in and spoke with our students about various opportunities in the field, including pediatric ICU, GI, nursing education, and cardiology. Our students have completed volunteer work, fundraising, and have raised large amounts of money for families in need.
Hello, I'm Rosinna Zagari. I'm also a senior here at Niagara University School of Nursing. I can tell you that the simulation lab will now give nursing students the chance to work hands-on with real-life situations in a clinical setting to better prepare ourselves for the future. I know that I not only speak for myself, but for the rest of us graduating seniors, that we feel very fortunate to have the opportunity to use the Sim Center this year. But we're also a little bit jealous of the freshmen who have access to it their entire collegiate careers. Our simulation lab will help us to develop critical thinking skills, as well as giving us the ability to become more comfortable in a clinical setting. On behalf of the student body, Olivia and I would like to say thank you so much to the alumni, friends, and organizations that help support this incredible project. I think Olivia would agree that we tend to find ourselves in the nursing office more often than we probably should, whether it be asking for advice in our classes or simply just to talk to our professors. The professors in this program have gone above and beyond to show their dedication to our success. It has been so incredibly inspiring to work side by side with such incredible nurses. I feel as though I belong to a second family here, between the support that I receive from both my classmates as well as my professors. It has been such an incredible honor to be a part of this program and to become one of the many prestigious nurses to graduate from Niagara University School of Nursing. Both Olivia and I would like to say thank you very much for being here today to celebrate this exciting occasion with us. Thank you.
There's our future right there. It's looking pretty bright to me. Thank you, Rosinna, Olivia. I have both of them in class, and I can tell you they're both rock stars. Okay? We share in your excitement for the numerous opportunities that the Sim Center will present to Niagara students. Days like today would not be possible without the full support of the university leadership, many of which are here today. Father James J. Marr has been steadfastly behind the advancement of our nursing programs since he became Niagara's 26th president just over 2 years ago. I haven't had much opportunity to interface with Father Marr, but I can tell you he's an impressive leader and he's really very much behind Niagara Nursing. Father Marr has fully recognized the proud tradition and promising future of Niagara Nursing and has dedicated resources toward ensuring that it becomes a globally recognized program. This facility is yet another example of the faith he's put in our students, faculty, staff, and programs. Moreover, he's endorsed Niagara Nursing and our legacy of caring, for complementing the service-oriented mission of St. Vincent de Paul. Father Marr.
Thank you, Dr. Ackerman, and we thank all of you for being here this afternoon to mark this wonderful occasion of a new beginning. There are certain hallmarks of Ascension education. One must be at home, not simply to be Catholic, but one must be at home in the womb of Catholicism. In Ascension education, we work very hard to try to create access for those families and students that live in poverty. In Ascension education, we seek to transform young people through the academic learning process to become leaders of the future from all ways, walks, and stratas of life. As a university, we seek truth, beauty, enfolded in charity. And we seek out the causes of poverty and use the vehicles of teaching, research, and service to propose solutions to those complex problems. That's what we seek to do at Ascension University with all of our academic programs. But perhaps there is not one that fits that beautiful blend more than nursing. Niagara nurses are described in the following ways to me by our students, our administration, our faculty, and our alumni. That they are courageous, that they are caring, that they are healers, that they are teachers and researchers. They are, in the words of Pope Francis, people to seek to live in God's compassionate mercy each and every day. Through their care, their skill, their competence, and their faith, they seek to enfold those who are vulnerable and living in need and struggling into God's ever unfolding embrace of compassion and mercy. That's what we celebrate today. This wonderful program that has a beating Vincentian heart. It was said earlier, but it must be said again. This day would not be possible without the vision, the perseverance, the persistence, and the perspiration of a certain group of people. Fran Crosby, Father Joe Levesque, President Emeritus of Niagara University, Dr. Bonnie Rose, and Dean Nancy McGlynn. Please recognize them again. Just as this program was launched, as we heard historically before, today is a new beginning. And the gift and the legacy that you and I impart is one in which we create a future for our young people who graduate from this program, our faculty, to live lives of impact for those in need. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you, Father Marr. Once again, on behalf of all of us in nursing, your support is most appreciated. You are truly a visionary leader. At this time, I'd like to invite you all to join us inside Dunleavy as we bless and officially cut the ribbon on the Nursing Simulation Center.
2, 3.
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Lord Jesus Christ, you commanded your apostles to beg a blessing of peace upon whatever house they should enter. We beg of you, make this, the Nursing Simulation Center, a house of learning and of healing, destined for the education of young men and women of Niagara University, a holy place. We ask you pour the riches of your blessing and your peace upon this place. Fill those who teach here with the spirit of knowledge and wisdom.
Support with heavenly grace those who study here, so that they may grasp with their minds all that is taught, keep it in their hearts, and follow it out in the good work they do beyond these walls, in the service of others like our patron, St. Vincent de Paul.
Extend your blessing on all the donors, architects, planners, and laborers who have generously and graciously given of their time, talent, and treasure to build this magnificent center for learning. May they always know our gratitude and your love for them.
May all those who use this center be pleasing to you in the exercise of every virtue, so that they may sometime merit to be received into their eternal home in heaven through you, Jesus Christ, who live and reign with the Father and the Son, one God, forever and ever.
Amen.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.